Let us all go through the vision of C21FG, because most times why most of us or some of us are not sure, we're not running with the required speed, is because the vision is not clear. When vision is not clear, speed can never be guaranteed. So we need to know why we are here, why we are in C21FG. So what is the vision of C21FG? To raise a financially free people who will help to raise other financially free people. So if whatever you're doing is not in tandem with this, you are wasting time. Little wonder the struggle is what it is. Now, our short-term goal is to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires in the connected economy by the year 2024. Are you going to be among the 50? The choice is yours. Are you going to be among the 50,000 monthly millionaires by the year 2024? The choice is definitely going to be yours. Okay, to also create a family of millionaires who will use their monies collectively to affect the world. Of course, your money is to affect the world positively and not to become a tyrant. Okay, so if your vision is not in tandem with this, please go back to your drawing board so that you can have a clearer, clearer path of where you're going to. Because if the vision is there, the power of the vision will be in your life. The grace upon the vision will be upon you. So make sure you are running with the vision. Thank you very much. Boss, please, the floor is yours. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Welcome, 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 teammates, to this training. We are 18 minutes down. Okay. Today, I reached out to one of our leaders, one of our global ambassadors, and the point is, I've always been amazed and in awe as to how he's been able to do 2 full-time assignments, 2 full-time assignments as a full-time minister of God, pastor, and then a full-time networker, Century 21 Freedom Group, running La Buena Vida project, working with our vision, carrying the 2 pari passu. It's always been a mystery to me how he does, and he's been able to do that effectively. In fact, some of the people who come around confused as per how they are going to do this, I'm a pastor, I am this, I refer them to him. Go and speak to this gentleman. Let him put you through on how he's been able to mix it up, Having also the influence, or rather, coming from the northern part of the country also, he also understands the challenge of people people who also bring Islam, just like the pastors or people who want to be too spiritual will bring some elements and feel is not in tandem with the Bible. Also, Islam has some also elements that may not be in tandem, kind of think it's not in tandem with what we do. So having all that knowledge and being able to crush this thing, he's been crushing it, monthly millionaire, and building a big team, has spread all over the country. I pastor, I'm accepted to talk to us on what it takes to be successful in network marketing and also his story. So, Ambassador Pastor Ibrahim Dikko, please, you have the virtual space. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm very here. Thank you so much, my chair. Wow, please can you celebrate the chair? Please, let's celebrate him. Honestly, I'm coming to this platform with so much, I don't know, I need God to help me today. Please, can we celebrate our Mr. Ambassador Doze? Please, let's go to the chat and go and celebrate him. One person I respect so much is Ambassador Doze. Please, let's go to the chat and let's celebrate him. Thank you, sir. From day one that I saw this opportunity, you are somebody that I will forever respect. I just hold you from a distance and I honor you and I respect you so much. You have affected my life in a way that honestly, words will not be enough to explain. Thank you so much, sir, for being the sacrifice that you are. Okay, and also I want to celebrate the leaders of these two powerful teams. Ambassador Architect Emeka, thank you, sir. We've been in the Philippines together. We did that video together. We met in Calabar. And most times in Calabar, I will run to him. I was wondering how he was building team in Calabar and how he was succeeding. Okay, thank you so much, sir. It's an honor for me to be here. Okay, we have spent so much time. Okay, so I will just dive right into why we are here. Sorry, I just finished from church and I made up my mind by 7:30, I should be ready. Well, you know, the things of the spirit, you cannot just fast forward it. So I have to pull myself out of the church and just come here. Please, I apologize for coming late. It's never in my nature. Thank you. All right, please, I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, can you go to the chat and drop millions? If you can hear me, you can see my slide. Can you go to the chat and type millions? Yes, you can see me, you can hear me, millions. Thank you. Undeniable. Ekene Moses. All right, so we are good to go. Okay, what it takes to succeed in network marketing. I remain my humble self, Ambassador Pastor Ibrahim Dikko. I'm a lead pastor with Manifestation International Christian Center here in Abuja, and I'm a business developer for Century 21 Freedom Group. Okay, so please reach out to your teammates. You won't want to miss this. Okay, I will just quickly share my story and then see how God will help us today. Okay, like I said, my name is Pastor Dikko. I'm from the north. I'm from Kaduna State. Yes, I'm from Kaduna State and went to ABU's area, finished from ABU's area with a BSc in accounting. While I was serving in 1998, I got qualified as a chartered accountant. But honestly, that was when my wahala started. Okay, I was young. God has blessed me with intelligence. While serving, I became a professional. Okay, so I was thinking the certificates will give me the life that I was looking for, but honestly, it didn't turn out to be so. Okay, I dabbled into the world of business, made money, but by September of 2009, I lost 15 million naira in a month. Before you could say Jack, I lost 15 million naira. And that was how I just saw myself moving from grace to grass. Before you could say Jack, I was broke, completely broke. Okay. And that was when the second phase of my struggle started. Okay. I struggled. God now asked us to start Manifestation Church. That was how we started in May of 2010. And that was another phase of struggle. I continued to struggle as a pastor, paying for church rent, house rent, school fees was a very, very big challenge. Okay, especially when you are called and you are genuinely called. Okay, there are some things you will not want to do. So at the point that I was invited to see this opportunity, February 17th, 2018, I was broke. Okay, I was sleeping in our church office for like 3 months. You know, that was when this invitation came, right? Excuse me. Somebody is saying he cannot hear me. Is it from me or is from the person's side?
Go ahead. You're clear.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So I was like broke. I couldn't pay house rent. I was squatting. They gave us quit notice for 2 years. We couldn't pay. So I have to move my wife and 3 of my children to one of our Dickness's house. Okay. So she's a single mother. So I resorted to sleeping in the church. I couldn't pay children's school fees. Life was just terrible. And I was almost resigning to fate. I was already 46 years old, and I was already like, okay, it's like God just want me to be like that. And that was when that text message was sent to me. And I was borrowed money to get to the head office, Shalom Plaza. And Ambassador Dr. Elijah Amba was presenting. And God told me, I had God clearly. He said, I want to use this thing to change your life, not just your life, but to also affect the life of millions. Okay, so I have to borrow money and then secure the mastermind mentorship. And by the grace of God today, I'm among the top 500 worldwide highest income earners. I'm among the I'm a 2 Comma Club member, a millionaire mentor, and of course, a senior consultant with the Economic Designer Project. Okay, this is me as a pastor, senior pastor. This was me before I joined, and this is me today, completely transformed as a result of this amazing, amazing project. Okay, in less than 1 year, I got qualified for the all expenses paid vacation. First time entering the plane, first time traveling abroad. Everything they told me, everything when I was to join, everything I was told that I would become in less than a year, God helped me to achieve that. And look at this, we have some amazing time. We spent the last 4 days in Bataan, a city in a resort center in Bataan in the Philippines. By the grace of God, in less than a year, you can see me here, we are selected among the top 100 highest income earners in Nigeria, in less than 1 year, you know, amazingly. In my 10 months of seeing this opportunity, I was able to buy this Honda Pilot Jeep for my wife. I gifted my wife this Honda Pilot Jeep, you know, 10 months before this time. I was sleeping in church office. I was wailing and crying. Every night, tears were dripping in my eyes. Okay? Excuse me, please. I have a little cold. Now, 10 months after I submitted to the vision of the Century 21 Freedom Group, after I submitted to mentorship and coaching and was doing the grind, 10 months after, I could put millions together. I said, Madam, I took you through a lot of stress for 18 years. And I gifted my wife this car. And by the grace of God, I got my second car. And by the grace of God, my third car, our usual, the white machine is coming. By the grace of God, I was able to plug my wife into this business. You see, you can see her here. This time, money was not coming. Okay, just started coming. Okay, when I plugged her, you can see where she's celebrated as also a millionaire circle earner. I was able to plug my 3 kids. These are my 3 children. My firstborn is 22. My youngest daughter is getting to 17. Getting to 17. You know, this glory, this is favor, and this is grace. God has blessed me with 3 kids, all girls. We are not trusting God for male child. No. We are not trusting God. We have actually, we have spiritual male children, okay? I'm so comfortable with them. You know, I'm bringing this story because they are part of this business. I was able to plug them also. They are all in the university. Glory, my first daughter, we are not having money then. So she has to go to a public university. But thank God for this opportunity. By the grace of God, favor and grace, by the grace of God, are in a private university because of this amazing, amazing opportunity. You know, there is no way my children will have been going to private university. I don't know how it will happen, but thank God for Century 21 Freedom Group. It has helped me to help my children to begin to live their dreams. And this is our church. You can see the background here. Yes, that was when we started before I joined. And by the grace of God, this is our church today. Okay, completely changed, completely transformed as a result of this project. Okay, by the grace of God, we have started the foundation for the Cathedral of Help. Okay, as a result of this opportunity, money, millions are coming, and we are putting millions into this project. Okay, so by the grace of God, very soon we will be invited to come and dedicate the Cathedral of Help. Why? Because we are into a help business. Okay, somebody help me to get to where I am, and I'm supposed to help people to also get to where they are. So our church, the cathedral, is called the Cathedral of Help because of our organization, the Century 21 Freedom Group. Okay, thank you so much. And God has also helped me. It's not just about me. You can see so many people that God has helped me. These are people that I have mentored directly, you know, granted them help as a result of the vision of raising not less than 50,000 multi-millionaires in the connected economy. God has helped me. Excuse me, I'm working with so many pastors, okay, so many believers. Miss Olabisi Rewole is a child of God, doing very, very well. This Pastor Janet, my wife, Janet Dikko, doing very, very well. We have Reverend Dele Ilesemi. Excuse me, let me quickly take water. Sorry. Yes, thank you. We have Reverend Dele Ilesemi. You can see him. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, John. This Reverend Dele Ilesemi is the senior pastor with a church in Gwagwalada here. I have an archbishop under me for security reason. I will not call his name. I have so many pastors, senior pastors, you know, that are doing very, very well under the grace that God has given to me. And by the grace of God, last year I became a global ambassador prime. Okay. And by the grace of God, you can see I've received several awards. I want to thank God for our president, Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli. Thank you so much, sir. In absentia, I want to thank God for our own mastermind himself, the unstoppable force himself, Dr. Victor. Thank you so much, sir, for the mentorship that you have helped us. I wouldn't have been here if not because of these great, great, great people. And I also thank God for my own leader, Ambassador Dr. Alejamba. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's quickly go into the business of today. Excuse me. So what does it take to succeed? All these successes. Yes, thank you. All these successes that God has helped me to achieve. As I'm taking us through the training, I'll be sharing some of my testimonies and some of the experiences that I've heard. You know, basically in the North, we tend to look down on this, honestly. But when I saw this, I knew that this is my last opportunity, that either I succeed here or I succeed. Okay, so I didn't take this business for granted. I knew that this is my last opportunity. If I don't succeed here, then I am doomed for life. So when I was invited on the 17th of February 2018, I wasn't coming to joke. Okay. I came from a very terrible background, from a very poor background. And by the grace of God, I know the potentiality in a network marketing business. Before I was invited, I was fortunate to meet one of the top earners with a network marketing company in the United States. They wanted to start in Nigeria. Okay, so we met in Transcorp Hilton Hotel. And when I saw the successes, excuse me, when I saw the successes of this man, I started looking for the opportunity in Nigeria, a similar opportunity. Okay, so when I met the Century 21 Freedom Group, I knew how powerful this business could be. So while people were taking time and they were relaxed, I wasn't relaxed. Okay, I wasn't relaxed. I came and I just pressed the pedal. I pressed the pedal to the metal. I just accelerated. And by the grace of God, in less than 6 months, everything just opened up for me. Okay, because I already have a knowledge of what it can do to me. So I didn't joke. So obviously, what does it mean to be successful? Now, I want to say that to be successful in this business, please, you can screenshot. Yes, you can screenshot because of our time. I need to run with time, okay? So now, obviously, success means something different to everyone. Ask any 100 multi-level marketers their definition of success, you will get 100 different answers. My definition of success means earning at least 10 million naira every month in this business. For most people, that will be a big enough income to enable them do the business full time. Now, listen to me. There are some of our leaders that this 10 million, they cannot even pray. It's not a prayer point at all. It's not a prayer point. But for those of us that are still struggling, this business can pay. You can make much more than that. So let us just be average. Let us just be, what do you call it? Let us just say, okay, definition of success. If I'm making 10 million every month, okay? Now, all the top earners in our industry have many differences and similarities. However, when you look deeply into all of them, they have many things in common. Our training today will focus on these common things that made them top earners in our industry. I discovered about 12 things you can do to become very successful in this industry. That is making over 10 million naira monthly, okay? Now, if you are here and you are trusting God for God to help you to start hitting 10 million naira between now and the next 6 months, please, can you go to the chat handle and type, I am ready. I am ready. Go to the chat handle. Between now and the next 6 months, you are trusting God that you are going to work out this business. Yes, I'm ready. Ejik, Vivian. Yes, I'm ready. Barrister Aga, I'm ready. Yes, and it shall be so to us, as many of us that believe. Now, what do I need to do? Quickly, you need to take a decision. Number one thing you need to do, make up your mind. You need to decide. Now, success always starts with decision. That was my number one thing. I made up my mind that I need to do this business and that for the rest of my life, this is what I'll be doing. Okay? Now, I am running this business fully and I'm running the ministry fully. Yes. Now, most of us try to bring difference. We try to bring difference between the church. If you are called, if you are a pastor, we try to separate between the church and the business. Now, if you are doing that, you are going to have problem. Okay? I see myself as a senior pastor. And by the grace of God, I have been running as a senior pastor for the past, 12 years. 12 years now, I've been running as a senior pastor. And by the grace of God, our church is doing very, very, very well. Honestly, I don't miss out on church services. I have pastors. I have like 10 seasoned pastors. As in pastors that can do more than what I'm doing. But honestly, for the past 1 year, I can count the number of times. I miss church. And mostly I miss church when I'm outside Abuja. That's when I miss church, or when I go to minister for another church or ministry, or when I go to do a mega event or stuff like that. Okay, so that's when I miss church, and I can count the number of times that I do that. So that means I don't even miss church. And by the grace of God, as I'm talking to you, I just came out from our Bible studies and I ministered. And here I am, talking to us. So I run the business full time. I run the church full time, right? So how did I achieve that? Ambassador Doze was asking, how am I doing it? Honestly, it takes a lot of grace. It takes a lot of grace, okay? But I had to cut out a lot of unnecessary things, okay? I took a decision to cut out so many unnecessary things. It's either I'm at home, or I'm in church, or I'm doing the business. This is my triangular movement, okay? If I'm not at home, you find me in church. If I'm not in church, you find me grinding. I don't do anything outside this triangular movement, okay? So I remain focused. Excuse me. I have to cut out on friends. I have to cut out on relationships. Okay, I have to cut out on, a lot of community, tribal commitments. Just cut out on so many things so that I could have time and focus on some of these things that are very, very important to me. So it was a decision I took. You must decide you are going to succeed in this business. Most people never make this decision. Instead, they dabble with it or try it out for a few months and then to see how it goes. No, when I was coming, I wasn't coming to try. I was coming to succeed. And like the back of my hand, I knew that I'll be successful. Honestly, I just knew it, that I'll be successful. So I wasn't even surprised with the success level that I've attained. Now, you must burn your bridges. All sold out to your business, just like any other traditional enterprise to their business. If you don't decide to succeed, you are automatically deciding to fail without up at the first sight of defeat. Listen, 4 years ago, when I was shown this opportunity, I told myself, I took a decision. Nothing whatsoever will make me quit this business. Nothing. I'm not quitting. I'm not making progress. I will not quit. I am having challenge. I'm not going to quit. Okay? It was a decision I took. Okay, so I needed to get rid of those writings that was there earlier. Okay, I hope you can see me. I don't know why my... Okay, so we are good to go. So it was a decision, excuse me, that I took. Nothing will make me quit. I am faced with challenges. I will face the challenge. I'm making money. Fine. I'm not making money. Now here we go day. I'm having issues with my upline. I day here. I'm not having issues with my upline. I day here. Honestly, that was it. I took these early decisions. So when challenges were coming, when difficulties were coming, I'm not gonna quit. Make up your mind to succeed. Make up your mind. Come what may, you are not gonna quit. And honestly, that has helped me to create success. Number two reason I think why God has helped me. You know, number two reason I think why God has helped me in this business is because of my vision. You know, now look at what the Bible says. I apologize to our Muslim brothers. I'm a Christian, so I can only talk from the perspective of where I'm familiar with, okay? I hope we know that this is not a religious organization, okay? We are business people. Okay, if I'm a Muslim, I will have come from the Muslim religious side, but I'm a Christian. So my Bible tells me in Proverbs 29 and verse 18, my Bible tells me that where there is no vision, the people perish, people die where there is no vision. Now, look at the NIV translation. Look at the NIV translation. It says, where there is no revelation, that is vision. So we can say where there is no vision, people cast out of restraint. So they cast off restraint. That means you cannot control people that have no vision. You can't control people, you know, people that do not have vision, they can never have self. And that's why we are having a lot of rascality. Having so much rascalities, you know. Sometimes you begin to imagine, are we running the same business at all? Because there are no visions at all. So our restraint, they do things anyhow. And it has to do with what? Lack of vision. Lack of vision. Okay? So the next thing we need to know is that we need to have a very, very strong vision of our future. So what is a vision? A vision simply means your glorious future now, seeing your glorious future. If you can take a look at your glorious future now, what do you tend to become in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Right now, if you can see into your future, then you can emerge. If you are seeing yourself quitting this business in the next 2-3 years, well, that is what you can see. If you are seeing yourself not succeeding in this business, well, that is what you can see. If you are seeing yourself creating massive success, that is what you can also see. I saw myself succeeding in this business, honestly, with all the complaints, all the, you know, the people saying, no, you cannot succeed, people don't succeed. Every time I keep hearing these things, I keep telling myself, Pastor Dikko, you can succeed. I've seen my today. I saw it 4 years ago. And there's something about vision. anything that you can see, nobody can tell you otherwise. Nobody can tell you otherwise. The reason why people can come and talk to us that this thing cannot work, that you're wasting time and you're listening to them, is because you have not seen where you're going. If your future is clear, nobody can talk you out. Nobody can do that. You must clearly articulate your why. You need a why that makes you cry. Without a strong why, you will not survive the ups and downs that comes with building your business. Listen, there are a lot of ups, there are a lot of downs in this business. Trust me, there are so many ups, there are so many downs in this business. So when you have a very strong why, it's what will give you the strength to move on. This also means you make a long-term decision in your business. Every decision you make should be based upon what is best for your business in the long term, not in the short term. A lot of us are having plans just for the short time. And because we cannot really see into the future, that is why as much as some challenges are coming, it just breaks us down. Why are you always wanting to quit? Why is that temptation always coming to you? Why are you not trying to look for a way to make more money? Why are you not doing that? Why is it that if you have any little challenge, it's because you cannot see clearly where you're going? Sorry, if your future is clear, why will you want to quit? You are so sure that in the next 20, 30 years, you're so sure that in the next 10, 15 years, multi-billionaire in this business. Why will you want to quit? Because we are not sure. That's why anything that comes to us, the next thing is that we just want to onto us and all that. Now, let me give you an example of my why. When I started, this was not my why, but with time, I started upgrading it, and by the grace of God, I'll keep working. As I make progress, I just keep upgrading my why. The first one, live their dreams. And by the grace of God, today, by the grace of God, we're achieving that. The next why that I have is to build a healthy church for God around the world with the resources from this business. As the monies are coming, I'm not thinking of, that is me. I'm not talking about you. That's my why. I want to see how we can continue to build amazing churches for God. The money is not for me. The money is actually for God. Okay? So that's for me. So anytime I want money comes, instead of me buying private property, I just keep fixing into the church. From this cathedral of help that we are going to do, we are going to have more cathedral of help, more churches as the money is coming. Okay, and then my third why is to help as many people as I can that are willing to live their good life. And God has helped me. So every time I feel like, man, I don't feel like doing this business. Every time I feel like giving up. Every time, challenges come. When I look at my family, when I look at the vision for the church, when I look at the vision to help as many people that will want to succeed, honestly, it gives me a push. Most times I wake up in the morning and, I don't feel like grinding. When I look at this, my whys, honestly, it gives me the push and then it keeps me going. So your why should be inculcated into your vision. And every time you see it, you know where you are going, your vision, your future is so clear. And it continues to give you the grace to push on. Okay. Then the number 3 thing why God has, helped me in this business is what I call the grit. The grit. This is the firmness of character, the indomitable spirit that you must have in this business. It is also perseverance and passion for long-term goals. I can only lie to you to tell you that this business, is easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Okay. But the joy of it all is that as you do the business, you see the result. As you do the business, you see the result. When I started as a pastor, a lot of people in my church felt I've backslided. They felt I've backslided. Pastor has backslided. Okay. But I knew where I was going. I just knew that it's just a matter of time. And people will start appreciating what I'm doing. And by the grace of God today, God has helped me to achieve that. Before I joined the Century 21 Freedom Group, to even get 5,000 naira from church members was a challenge. Why? Because they feel you are not having money, you are not making money. But when money started coming and they started seeing projects in the church, they started seeing, I will announce, we want to do this, we want to buy this sound system, we want to build this, we want to do that. And then they will see me drop the money. And then they will see what's going on. And then they will say, wow, this pastor is going on, it's better we join him. So right now, the kind of money that comes, even to me as a seed, I have never seen it before. Because people will always want to give where they feel there is success. Okay? So I knew where I was going. So I needed to be tough. It wasn't easy. I needed to be firm. Okay? Those that could not bear, some of them left. We continued. And by the grace of God, the church is just progressing from one level to another. So imagine if I said, no, I don't want these people to go. I don't want these people to go. Of course, the success we are having today, we will not be having them. Okay? So some people call this grit mental toughness. You need to be mentally tough in this business. You need to be mentally strong. Your mind must be sound. If you are not mentally tough, there is no way you can create success. A lot of things will be coming around to discourage you. It's an attack over your life. It's an attack over the business. The first challenge I had was with my wife. She wasn't believing in the business. She wasn't believing. So what I did was I had to focus on her first. When she started seeing results, finally she came in. I have to systematically, because I know once she doesn't believe in this business, I'll find it very difficult to succeed. So I registered for her. I focused on her leg. I built her leg, and she started cashing out in millions. And that was when she said, wow, this thing is working. Okay, how can we work it together? And by the grace of God, now she's fully into this business. The second challenge I had was with some of our church members. Some of them have this belief that a pastor should just be a pastor. Yeah, just remain and just keep working. But they have forgotten that as a pastor, I go to the same market that they go. As a pastor, I pay the same school fees that they are paying. They have also forgotten that as a pastor, I paid the same rent, house rent that they are paying. So how do I survive with all this? And then they are saying, stay, do your work as a pastor, and they are not ready to support the pastor. Okay? Now, I had my time. There are times I didn't just start as a pastor and just started the business. No, I have to wait on the business. Now, some of us that are ministers of God here, you need to listen to me. You have to wait on God. You know, I didn't start the church and then do business. No, God asked me to serve first. Now, when it was time for me to do business, God told me, go, and this is the time for you. So it wasn't something I was doing because I want to do. There were times when I started that I wanted to do business, and God told me no. So, but a time came that God said, okay, now is the time. And then I asked God, what will you want me to do? And then he said, this is the business. And you know, when we walk with God, God knows how to address some of the issues and some of the challenges that we will be facing. Okay, so I became tough, mentally tough. I was ready to succeed, and I was not ready to take no for an answer. This means you don't care what other people say. You see, now that I'm successful, people are now identifying with me. Excuse me, because it was my life. If I don't succeed, people will laugh at me. Now that I'm succeeding, people are identifying with me. So I have to take it personal. I have to be tough. So I ignored haters. You have to be emotionally healthy. Your emotional health is not dictated by others. Okay, you are emotionally sound. You are focused on what you are doing. If you want to follow what people will be saying, there is no way you can do this business. So I have to remain focused. I have to remain tough. I made up my mind. What I did was to call my wife, call my children, and then I said, okay, this is it. Do you want us to continue to struggle, or you will want to release me for the next 5 years so that we can have better life? And my wife and my children said, we want to release you. Okay, I told them that there are times I will not be in the house. Most times. There are times I will be in the house. It's as if I'm not in the house. There are times I will have to travel out. Ambassador Architect Emeka can bear me witness. There are times I will spend like 1 month, 2 months in Calabar. I'll be there grinding back to back. But the good thing is that I wasn't wasting my time. As I was doing the grind, they are seeing the result. My children are seeing the result. My wife is seeing the result. They are seeing the changes. I'm not telling them, okay, borrow me, let me go for the next 5 years, and then they are not seeing the result. No, that was not, I made sure I was really doing the business. So every time they talk to my wife, what about your husband? Are you sure? What about this? What about that? She would tell them, if my husband is around, he's around. If he's not around, I know he's not around. Because it's something that we have to come together and agree. And once we made up our mind, my wife made up her mind, my children made up their mind, whatsoever anybody will have to say is their own problem. As I'm talking to you right now, those same people that we are speaking against us are coming to celebrate with us. Okay? The best way to end every kind of insult is to become successful. That's the best way to end any kind of insult. Just become successful. So you expect obstacles in this business. Yes, result and insult. Thank you. Now, you should expect obstacles. Did I have obstacles? I had so many of them. Did I have setbacks? I had so many. Okay, but honestly, I embraced them. I knew it was just a phase, and by the grace of God, I will come out of that phase. Okay, I also knew that, issues will come, challenges will come, and I embrace them. I embrace the challenges. And you should always bounce back. Don't allow things to pin you down. You should be 100% focused on your destination, but you are flexible about what you must do to get there. But let us not be too rigid. Situations come, look at the situation, embrace the challenges, embrace the setbacks. They are part of the journey to success. As long as you are not ready to embrace them, then forget about success. So we need to be mentally, don't say you want to do this business and people begin to talk you out. No. Okay, so let me quickly rush because of our time. Now, you need also specialized knowledge. Now, if you are not ready to go through self-development, then forget about success in this business. Okay, so there are books. As I finish reading my Bible, you see me with books. Anytime I finish reading my Bible, I read my Bible, I have to do self-development. I have to, acquire specialized knowledge. There are books like GoPro, books like your first year network marketing, books like the Grant Cardon's book, 10X Rule. Those kind of books, they are always in my bag, always in my computer bag. Every little time I have, I just grab them. Okay? Now, there's no way you can be successful if you don't give yourself to self-development. Now, we can define success as skills plus activity over a sustained period of time. You need the skills. You also need the activity. Then you need to do that activity over time. That is what will grant you success. If you are not ready to acquire skills, if you are not ready to get the activity, to get involved with activities over a long period of time, then forget about success. Some of us are so skillful, but we are having problem with what? Activities. Some of us are so active, but we are having problem with what? With skills. Okay? And then some of us are skillful. We do activities, but we don't have enough energy to sustain it. You need to get this balance. Once you get this balance, then you'll be able to create success. Another thing that helped me is mentorship. Honestly, mentorship. Listen, I have never, in these 4 years, some of you know my leader, Ambassador Dr. Elijah Amba, I have never, in these 4 years, questioned his decision. Not one day. When it came to the issue of mentorship, I dropped the issue of senior pastor. I kept it aside. When it comes to the issue of mentorship, I dropped the issue of age. I kept it aside. I have seen someone that has created massive success and I'm having issue with that success, I told myself, Pastor Dikko, you need to follow person when no road. So the moment I notice that my leader knows the road, and he has gone through that road severally, and that he has helped some people to even go through that road and become successful, I just give in to him. Okay? Now, he doesn't need to give me instruction twice. If Dr. Mba said, Pastor Dikko, jump, I will say, yes, sir. I will not ask him how many times. I will just keep jumping until he asks me to stop. Now, there are times that, you know, some of the requirements of mentorship, there are some times that is not comfortable. Sometimes I feel this mentorship thing is too demanding. But, you know, I will always tell myself, Pastor Dikko, whether you like it or not, you must obey instruction. Weekly reports, whether I like it or not, I must give reports. Trainings, whether I like it or not, I must do it. Cell meetings, millionaire school, these are things I don't negotiate with. The moment he said, Pastor, I say, yes, sir, consider it as done. And honestly, it has helped me. There are a lot of us here, the kind of headache that we are giving our leaders, I don't even know how you will succeed. Honestly. There has never been a time my leader asked me to do anything that I told him no, or that I told him I'm not ready. Never, not one day. Every time. Sometimes he could be in a tight situation. He would just call me, Pastor Dikko, please, can you do a presentation for me? I will say, yes, sir. By the grace of God, I'm among the few leaders that he can always call. If you want something done, he can always reach out to me and he will know that I'm not going to fail. Sometimes you want me to go and help a teammate do a close down, do a presentation. There has never been a time I said no. The moment is coming from my leader is done. I will cancel every other thing for his own sake. Okay? And that is why, you know, when you check our leaders, when you check our mastermind, you will notice that those that are loyal, those that are faithful, those that are loyal to leaders, you can see the level of success that they are having. You can never take that, okay, from us. Okay, so whatsoever you do not reinvent the wheel. Everything, and I want to seriously thank God for the unstoppable force, our mastermind himself, Ambassador Dr. Victor Abalson, particularly for this series of trainings that we are having in redefining the system. Okay, honestly, we started ours today, our teams, we started it today, and today's training blew my mind. Honestly, it blew my mind. And I was just asking myself, how is the unstoppable force himself getting these things? Honestly, it's just too amazing. How can you have systems like this and you go and be creating something outside what is available for us? Please, you don't have to do that. Plenty of people have gone before you and blazed the trail. If you are smart, you will humble yourself to ask them for advice and then do what they teach you to do. Very, very simple. Success in this our business is very simple. Just duplicate and make sure, you know, I mean, just copy and make sure you are copying the right person. Okay, I want to try to see how I can round it up in just before 9:30. Okay, so I have to rush a bit, please. And you must have a game plan. You must have a game plan. You wouldn't survive long in this business if you don't have a game plan. Your game plan should outline your goals and your strategies and detail what you intend to do each day to grow your business. Okay, it must be written down and referred to daily. It should be modified when needed. You must have a game plan. In every war, in every competition, people don't just win. Hello, excuse me, please, let me add. Disturbing. So sorry, I had someone knocking at the door and the noise was just disturbing. Okay, so you must have a game plan. Every Sunday, before you start your week, you review your plan for the week. That's what I do every Sunday evening. What do I start? What do I do on Monday? What do I do on Tuesday? What do I do on Wednesday? What do I do on Thursday? What do I do on Friday? What do I do on Saturday? You must come up with strategy. Okay, how do you reach out to people? You have questionnaires to share. What should be your target? How do you get across to those people? How do you reach out to them? Okay, you have a particular class of people you want to target. How do you reach out to them? You want to reach out to doctors. What strategy do you have? How do you reach out to them? You want to reach out to pastors. You want to reach out. So you must sit down before the week and then draw out your plan. Okay, you want to do an event. What are your target audience? How do you tend to fill that hall? Who do you intend to use? Well, you must come up with strategy. Now, this our business is more of mental thinking than just doing the activity. It's more of mental thinking. And by the grace of God, that is what I always do. Keep coming up with strategies, with systems, with things. If I'm doing something and I'm not getting the result that I should get, I sit down again, I go back to the drawing board, and then I check, what is it that I'm doing that I'm not doing correctly? What is it that I'm doing correctly? What do I need to do more so that I can get better results? Okay, so your game plan is your roadmap to success. If you don't have a game plan, then it will be difficult for you to be successful. Just like you plan out your route when you are taking a road trip in your vehicle, you must plan out your route to achieve success in this business. You need to sit down into the night, into the quietness of the night, and then draw out your plan. What plan do you have for your rank advancement? At a point, I got stuck at 700 points. I couldn't move again. And then at a point, I have to come up with a plan. How do I just close and become a global ambassador? I was short of 300 points. And then I drew a plan. I started engaging my team on monthly maintenance. I did a series of training. I went into the M Global site. I got a lot of product training, lot of rank advancement training. I watched the training over and over again, knew how various ranking, how people can advance, the product that they need to do. I sat down, I did a slide on that. Then I started training my team. I started training my team back to back every week on maintenance, product maintenance, how people can achieve rank advancement. And then every day, I'm monitoring those people that are doing a maintenance. Every day, their names from the first of the month to the end of the month. I start counting. You have 20 days to do your maintenance. You have 10 days to do your maintenance. You have 5 days. You have the next 2 days to do your maintenance. When I came up with that strategy, in less than 3 months, I was able to cover the 300 points and then became a global ambassador. And then I started doing the same thing, to my team. It has happened to me. I started duplicating it on them. Okay. So most of these things, you have to sit down and then draw your plan. What are your plans concerning your rank advancement? What are your plans to becoming a millionaire cycle member? What are your plans to become a monthly millionaire earner? So all these things, you have to sit down and then come up with a plan, with a strategy. How do I hit 100,000 a month? How do I hit 500,000? How many events do I need to do? How many questionnaires do I need to share? Every day, I make sure I share not less than 20 questionnaires. Okay, every day, Mondays to Friday, minimum of 20 of every day. Okay, because I'm trying to build another team again. So I have to come up with that strategy. And like that. So you have to sit down. As long as you are doing this business and you don't sit down to plan, honestly, you are really, really planning to fail. Okay. Now you need to be focused. Excuse me. A lot of us are distracted. If this my business, if the church work was like a job or a business, honestly, I would have closed it down. Since I will have closed it down, okay? But this is my calling, this is my life, okay? So I have to look for a way to strike a balance, okay? When it comes to God, I do God fully. When it comes to business, I do business fully. I hope you are getting me. I just do it fully. You can't see me doing any other thing again. Nothing again. I'm not looking for any other business again. By the grace of God, I have found this business, and I keep telling myself, I have found something that I'll be doing for the rest of my life. Honestly. This is what I will be doing until Jesus comes. I have found it. And because I have made up my mind, this is what I'll be doing for the rest of my life, I make sure that I have fun as I'm doing it. As I'm reaching out to you this evening, I'm not struggling to reach out to you because I know that this is the thing that I'll be doing for the rest of my life. If I don't like this presentation, this training now, then I'll be having issues with it. If you attend my presentation online, offline, there is no way you will not love it. I make sure as I'm presenting, I'm having fun. I always look forward to the BOM, online, offline, always, okay? Because I know that if this is something that I'll be doing for the rest of my life, I shouldn't be struggling with it. It shouldn't be coming with pains. I shouldn't be coming with fears. I make sure that I love what I'm doing, even as I remain focused. A lot of us, we have our hands into a lot of things. A lot of things. And that is why we are not getting results. In case this one fail, we are involved in this, we are involved in that, we are involved. And because our hands are scattered, the Bible says if your eyes be single, then your entire body will be full of light. So many of us, our eyes are into so many things. And because we are not focused, we are not getting the result that we should get. Then we already have the right company. Everything that it will take you to succeed is here. We have everything that we need to succeed. I need to tell us that the company, our major partners, the M Global, they are 16 years this year, 16, and becoming stronger by the day. And they are 9 years in Nigeria, and they are in over 60 nations and are growing stronger by the day. You see, the company that we are partnering with, M Global, they have overcome all the early issues and the challenges of every startup. Okay, 10 years now. Thank you. 10 years in Nigeria. Thank you for that correction. So they are 16 years globally, and this year they are 10 years in Nigeria. We have the best of board of directors. The compensation plan is one of the best around the world, and the product are super amazing. Everything that you need to succeed is here. Then why are you looking out? I was trying to close down a woman in Cameroon, and she told me, no, I'm into one network marketing business. I told her, I said, Madam, I told her that business, that network marketing business they are doing is going to close down. They are going to shut down. It's not up to 3 months. They had problem, they shut down. Some of my teammates in Latvia, before I knew it, they entered another thing and started doing another thing. Some of the leaders, I called them. I said, this thing that you people are doing is going to crash. It's not up to 6 months. That one crashed again. The one that even paid me the most was the one I trained so much in Uyo. I bought laptop for her, did every training for her, went to Eket, stayed in Eket, trained her. She studied the business, learned the business, started doing the business. Then they deceived her into, if I call the name, you will even know, but I don't want to call names. Before I knew it, she has moved out of my team in Eket into, and then I call her. I said, see, this thing that you are doing is going to crash. They call her, they gifted her a car, and that little success entered her head. Not too long, that thing crashed, and it crashed with the people that followed her. You see, doing business is not easy in Nigeria. When God has helped you to find this business and you have started, please stay with it. I beg you, stay with it. You don't have to get your fingers burned. We have the best of company. We have the best leaders. We have the best organization, Century 21 Freedom. We have the best team in terms of mastermind. What else are you looking for? Please, can we just remain and then ask God to help us even as we create success? The next thing is that we need to what? I will not talk much about this because, we have been going through this over and over again, particularly from our leader, our mastermind, the unstoppable force himself. So I'm not going to talk much about this, but just know that, whatever you are doing in this business, make sure that you maintain a very high level of integrity. I think this one has really, really helped me. A lot of temptations will be coming. So many temptations will be coming. A lot of people will be coming to tempt you. What is keeping me? What has kept me in this business is this question. And I want to advise you. I always tell myself, I don't want to start making 50 million, 100 million every day. And something that I did some years ago that reflects lack of integrity will now find me and then affect my life. Honestly, these are my guiding principles. Some of the things that we are doing right now, some of us, we don't know that later, some of these things can come up and it can affect you at the prime of your life, at the peak of your life. When the business has settled for you, then something that you have done wrongly or fraudulently can come up. and you know this our organization, and you know this company, these are things they will not take. So every time, people come with things that will affect me, that will affect my business, I just tell them I'm not ready. Okay? People can come with products and tell you, you can buy outside the company. I don't need it. People can come with codes, tell you can buy. I don't need it. Even if you are giving me at a discounted rate, I don't need it. Okay? People can come with products discounted. Where are you getting it? These are people's products. I don't need them. Anything that has to do with lack of integrity, I try by the grace of God to just stay clear. Because you won't know when this thing will come up. And I pray it will not come up and then affect us. Okay? Then another thing that helped me is what? Positioning myself in the place of a leader. Okay? The highest paying quality in the world is leadership. It also holds true in the network marketing business. Most successful people in our business are amazing leaders. They might not have started out that way, but over a period of time, they refine their leadership and then what? And influence. You must be a type of person you want to sponsor and be the type of sponsor you wish you had. Okay, you must inspire others by your own personal example. Work on your leadership skills daily. Improve your leadership skill in the fastest way. Improving your leadership skill is the fastest way to grow your team and to grow your income. Thank God for this year. Okay, this year is the year of what? Building leaders. Building leaders. So our focus is raising leaders. The more you raise leaders, the more your business grows, the more your team, your income grows. So we have to focus, and you have to become a leader first before you can raise another leader. I want to say that we are so fortunate in this business to have the company that we are having and the organization that we are in. We are so fortunate to have the kind of leaders that we are having. You can't find them anywhere. We are so fortunate to have the kind of powerful system that we are having, and consistently they are fine-tuning the system. We are so fortunate, to have the kind of people that we are having as leaders. You also have to be careful how you compare yourself with others in this business. You might be fortunate, you have a great sphere of influence and start out with the right people. Or you might have to sponsor several hundred people to find your 2 or 3 key players. Whatever you meet in the business, you have to look for a way to solve it yourself. Nobody will do it for you. Some people can be fortunate. They can start this business and boom, they create the success. And some of us can start. We start creating problems, or we start having success, and then we come down. Don't start again. Now, some of us will find it very difficult to start. Don't worry. Keep pushing. I have seen people in this business that it took them time to start. And after 2-3 years, because they consisted, boom, the business opened to them. I've seen people that first month, 6 months, 1 year, boom, they have gone. I've seen them also, their business crash. And because they are persistent and consistent, I've seen them bounce back. Then I've seen some people that have built the team. The moment they started, their team just peaked. And by the grace of God, they are super successful. So what is happening to you may not be what is happening to me, may not be what is happening to the next person to you. But the most important thing is that we should make sure that we keep pushing it. Okay? If it has happened for you on time, praise God. If it has not happened to you on time, yes, whatever you do, don't quit. And the last point that I have today is your business will only grow as much as you do. Who you become on your journey to success in network marketing will be your greatest reward. The Pastor Dikko that is talking to you now is not the Pastor Dikko that started 4 years ago. No, sir. No, ma. The skills that we are learning is called life skills. They are called life skills. These skills that we are learning, I apply them in my private life. I apply them in my family life. I apply them in our church, and I see it working. They are life skills. Yes, it can be applied on every sphere of life. So it's not about you doing the business, it's about the person that the business has transformed you into becoming. I had a training by Ambassador Architect Moses Onu one time. He said, no, he has told himself he can never have problem with any of his downline. Never. And you know, that has helped his growth. So when I got that, when he said that, I just grabbed it. Right now, I don't want to have problem, not just with my downline, I don't want to have problem with anybody in the church. Even when there is problem, I will go, I will beg them. They have to stay. We have to resolve it. Okay? Yes, these are the things that we learn. So they are called life skills that you can apply them anywhere. Choose to work on your personal development daily. Be better tomorrow than you were today, and repeat that simple formula every day for the rest of your life. If you keep growing and keep learning, amazing things will happen in your life and business. I take it again. If you keep growing and keep learning, amazing things will happen in your life today. You'll attract better quality prospects and team members, and your business will go. Focus on getting just 1% better every day, every week. If you did that every week for 2 years, you will be 100% better in 2 years from now. Wow. So every day, just becoming better. Listen to an audio, read something, learn from something, ask somebody a question, reach out to somebody, you know. Now, sorry, I need to say this as I close. See, it's not in the doing, it's in the consistency of the doing. Okay? I repeat it again. Success in this our business is not just in the doing. The doing is good, but in the doing, you also have to be consistent. So if I will be getting 1% better every day, every week, it will be better than for me to get 10% better this week, and then for the next 2 months, I do nothing. So if you are going to be grinding, if you want to be grinding, or you want to be sharing questionnaires, or you want to be doing event, it's about mega event, it's about consistency. It's not that you do today and then tomorrow you are not doing, you do this week and then for the next 6 months. No, you cannot get result. So when you start something, make sure you are consistent. Even if it's small time you will give to it, is the consistency that brings result, that brings success. Okay? In conclusion, I would like to close this training with a trend I discovered among top earners in our organization. Hopefully, this will give you a perspective and help you succeed. I have noticed from experience and personal research that most top earners in our industry sponsor between 2 to 10 new people every month. Okay? I noticed from experience. Now, on the average, for 5 years plus in one company, not all of them got off to a quick start either. You know, they didn't started having results, but you know, they were just consistent, like I said. But they stayed consistent with sponsoring new people each month. and they stuck with the company 5 to 10 years before becoming what? Top leaders. So you need to be sponsoring 2 to 10 monthly, consistently, okay? All right, sorry, I have a light issue. Okay, so I'm almost rounding up, sorry. So you have to maintain that consistency. If you can do that, I hope you know that our masterminds till today, they are still grinding. I hope you know, including our own president himself. He is still grinding. These are the secrets. These are the things that help them to create the success that they have. These are the 12 best tips to becoming successful in this business. If I can succeed, you can also succeed. Okay, so let's get dirty and live our dreams. This picture on the right. You can see me just by the area 1 roundabout. Yes, just on Monday. Yes, that was Monday. Yes, you can see me there sharing questionnaires on the street on Monday, and I make sure I do like 1.5 to 2 hours every day, Mondays to Fridays. And by the grace of God, God has helped us to create the kind of result that we are creating. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, Lucia. I don't know if there will be time for questions. I think I've come to an end of my presentation. Thank you.
Man, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pastor Ibrahim Dikko.
Thank you.
Success leaves clues. Man, some things are caught, some things are learned. Success is not only in the doing. Yes, you have to do, but most of it is in the consistency. That's where a lot of us miss it, the consistency of it. If you keep growing and keep learning, amazing things will happen in your life. If you keep learning and keep growing and keep learning, amazing things. Thank you very much, Pastor Dikko. Thanks a lot. We got real good value, from this. Thanks.